Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. How are you doing? I hope your new week is running well. If you can see me and hear me, please let me know where you're watching from. I am streaming live from the beautiful city of Abidjan in Cote d'Ivoire. So, yeah, I would love to know where you are watching me from. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How has your new week been? Good afternoon. I hope your new week is going well. Yeah, mine is going well. All to the glory of God. So if you're watching me, kindly let me know where you're watching from. Like I said, I am streaming live from the city of Abidjan in Cote d'Ivoire. So while I'm waiting for people to come on board, I would like to start. I hope other people will join us. If you're watching the replay, also let me know if you're getting value. Hi, Coach Gabby. Good to have you on board. Thank you for joining. Good afternoon. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Omobabiri Adiola Oshideko. I am a personal development coach, a branding expert, a social media influencer, a public speaker, an international one for that matter. And I am also the licensed organizer of TEDx Benjerville. So this afternoon, I would like to tell you why you should consider TEDx. Being a TEDx speaker, why you should consider leveraging the TEDx platform. So what brought about this live stream that I'm having right now was that on Saturday I was invited for an event, an online event, a speaking engagement, and the host asked me why TEDx. Why do I talk about TEDx? Why is it important that people should leverage TEDx? And before then, I usually receive this kind of message, like this kind of question from a lot of people, even people who show interest in the TEDx training that I do. They will come and like, okay, coach, why do you think I should do this training? What was in it for me? What do you think I'll benefit? What do you think I'll gain? I receive this kind of questions a lot of times. So I said, you know what? I think it's high time for me to talk about this thing in public so that everybody will have a clear understanding of why they should explore TEDx, why they should leverage TEDx. Okay, like I said, I am a TEDx speaker and I'm also a TEDx organizer. I am the licensed organizer of TEDx Benjerville in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. So Benjerville is like a city in Abidjan. It's just like talking about Lagos, Nigeria, talking about London, United Kingdom. So Benjerville is like a city in Cote d'Ivoire. So I live in Cote d'Ivoire, and the law of TEDx says that you can only organize an event where you live in your community. So that is why I was left to me. Probably I would have loved to have it in Nigeria, but because I don't live in Nigeria, so it is compulsory that I have an event, a TEDx event, wherever I live. So I live in Benjerville. I live in Benjerville in Cote d'Ivoire. So that is why I organized that event at Benjerville then. Okay, so I became a licensed organizer of TEDx in 2020, and I organized my first TEDx event in January 2021, where we have 7 speakers from across the globe. We are from Canada, we are from Ghana, we are from Cote d'Ivoire here, and we are from Nigeria. So yeah, anything I'm telling you today is coming from the place of authenticity, a place of knowledge, a place of experience, a place of I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's dive straight into business. I've introduced myself. I would love to know you, and I would also love to meet you in the comment section. Having said all of that, let's go straight into what TEDx is. What is TEDx? I know a lot of us, we've heard about the name TEDx so many times. Some people do not really understand what TEDx is all about, and it's important for me to explain to you. So TEDx is an event of a local gathering where live TED talk performances are shared with the community. TEDx are events that are fully planned and coordinated independently of a community by community basis. The concept and design of each TEDx event is unique and developed independently, but all of them have a lot of features in common. Okay, let me start by saying let me start by explaining the difference between TED and TEDx. I know a lot of us have heard about TED Talk before. So what is the difference between a TED Talk and TEDx? So this is it. TED is an initiative, or let me say is a concept from the United States of America. That was where TEDx started from. That was where TED started from. By the way, TED means technology, education, and design. The TED stands for technology, education, and design. That's the meaning of TED. So this TED Talk of a thing emanated from the United States of America, where a group of people came together and they said, you know what, we want to start talking. We want to start speaking. We want to start bringing people together. It's a local gathering of people coming together to talk about things around technology, education, and design. So that was where the concept of TEDx emanated from. Year after year, they discovered that this idea of TEDx, I kept saying TEDx, sorry, this idea of TED, TED, is not something that should be restricted to just the USA. They need to export it. They need to allow other people from other parts of the world to enjoy this idea of TED. And that was why they started the initiative of TEDx. So TEDx is TED, then we have a small x like S3 behind it. So that means the X, the meaning of that X is independently organized event. So what TED did was that they now started giving individuals from across the globe the independent power. It's just like when we're talking about business, we talk about franchise. When a business gives individual the rights to use their name for a business. For instance, I think KFC, I know very well of KFC. KFC has a franchise right that it sells to people across the world. So what they do is they just give you that name to go and do business with. They give you their regulation, their rules, their guidelines to follow. Then they charge you a particular amount for using that name. So if you see KFC here is not owned by just one person. It's owned by one person who has franchised the right out to individuals to use and collect, I think they call it royalty, collect royalty from it every year or every season, or I don't know, depending on the agreements. So that is for business. But one beautiful thing about TEDx is that TED gave out the autonomy, the license out to people for free. So instead, they're not doing business with it because it's actually a community service. So it's a voluntary and non-governmental activity. So they are not expected, or they are not supposed to make profit out of it. So one beautiful thing about TED is that they gave out those licenses to individuals for free. So whether you are in Nigeria, you are in Cameroon, you are in Namibia, you are in Zimbabwe, you are in London, United Kingdom, you are in New York City in USA, you are in Singapore, you are in Malaysia, you are in Ghana, anywhere you are in the world, you can actually apply for that license, for that TEDx license, and you can organize a TEDx in your community. So that was how I became a TEDx organizer. I applied for the license. After due process and all processes were duly observed, I was granted the license. So without that license, you cannot organize a TEDx event. Without that license, you cannot organize a TEDx event. Thank you, everyone who's watching. Family, good to have you. Chiamaka, Itunula Wal, Folarin Oladejo, Dr. Bolu Oluwadele Peace, Patience, Uba, Amobi Ezeaku. There's another person, Berendra. Sorry, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name very well. I'm sorry. And people joining me from Instagram. Thank you, everyone, for joining. So, having said all of that, I believe we now understand what TEDx is all about, the concept behind the whole TEDx, TED, and all that. So, that is just it. Now, let's come to why you should become a TEDx speaker or a TEDx organizer. Why? Why? One of the reasons why you should become a TEDx speaker or an organizer is that TEDx is a made brand. Chinemerem, thank you for joining. Abiola Shoremekun, Jemima, thank you all for joining. Richard Chuku, the brand strategist. Good to have you on board. Ugo Chuku Kingsley, thank you all for joining. So if you want me to greet you, just say hi in the comment section so that I can say hi to you as well. So why should you consider a TEDx platform? Please, I would love that you help me put all of these points in the comments. This is going to be a very short and snappy video so that other people who are watching can catch up with the replay. Omolola Onifade, thank you for joining. So I said that one of the reasons why you should consider TEDx is that TEDx is a ready-made platform. Imagine a platform that has been in existence for years. I don't know, I think TEDx started in the 1980s. And it's not just that, oh, Damlala, good to have you. Thank you for joining. Okay, so, and it's not just that TEDx has been in existence for years. TEDx has a global reputation. TEDx has that standing, you just know that this brand is a reputable brand you can leverage. So TEDx is a brand that is ready-made, like I told you, not just ready-made, it's been in existence for years. It's a global brand, well-known, popular, influential, impactful brand. That's another thing. For me personally, even before I became a TEDx organizer, I usually watch a lot of TEDx videos because you will always get what you want there. There is nothing, I'm not sure there is really anything that they've not talked about on the TEDx platform. Like on the YouTube channel, just go there, search for anything. How to boost my self-confidence, why should I dress well, the importance of personal development, communication skills for effective, whatever, everything that you need, especially if you learn by visuals. I learn more by visuals than by reading. So I do more of watching videos and listening to audios. And TEDx is just a suitable platform for you to learn. So it's a very impactful platform. It's a global platform. It's a ready-made platform. So like I said, somebody invited me. Olawale. Annie, I cannot pronounce your first name, sorry. But I hope you accept me the way I am. Okay, so like I said, on Saturday, I was invited for an event, an online event, and the woman asked me, why TEDx? Why should people try and leverage TEDx? And one of the things I told her is that, okay, for instance, assuming that, Damlola that I see from Instagram, thank you for joining. Assuming I just, one day, like today, assuming Davido just mentioned me on his page, what do you think will happen? I need responses. I need this to be interesting. I need it to be interactive. So tell me, like, Davido just make it. We all know Davido, right? Davido is an Africa musician, an Africa entertainer. So let's just assume that he made a post and he mentioned my name and just say, oh, I'm hanging out with my friend Omoba Berin in New York City or something. What do you think will happen? I want to get your responses so that I will be able to drive home my points. I'll be waiting for your responses. I need like 2 or 3 responses so that I will be able to build on that. What do you think will happen if a global brand like Davido or Tiwa Savage or Alibaba or who else? Or Nelson Mandela. Okay, Nelson Mandela is late. Okay, or Michelle Obama. So let me even deviate from entertainment a bit. Like Michelle Obama just mentioned my name, or who else? I don't know. Or Ibukun Awashika. Or who else? Or Aisha Buhari. What do you think will happen? Okay, people are already responding. Somebody said an explosion of leads and followers. That is exactly the question, the answer I'm trying to look for. I will go viral. Annie said I will go viral. I will, like, before you open your eyes and close it, I will have 100,000 followers. Me, I'm still struggling with 30,000. Attention. Thank you very much, Dr. Joy Betts. He said, attention. I'm going to get a lot of attention because people will be like, oh, who is this girl? Who is this girl? Who is this lady? They'll start checking me out. In fact, I will be the most searched on Google on that day because everybody will want to look at me and say, who is this person? I'll become very visible. Credibility. Yes, exactly. That credibility is one of it. I'll become very visible. Visibility will not be my problem again. Credibility will not be my problem again. Exactly what I'm trying to say. Now, for some of us, or for a lot of us, we do not have that kind of opportunity yet. Probably we can have it tomorrow, but as at now, we really do not have that kind of opportunity. I've really not gotten any opportunity where a global person will mention me. I've never gotten that kind of opportunity before, and I pray it will come, and it will come very, very fast, because I need it. I know a lot of us need it as well. But most of the time, we don't have that kind of opportunity. We don't have that kind of privilege. And we cannot come and kill ourselves because we don't know the video, we don't know Michelle Obama, or we don't know Ibukun Awosika, or we don't know the president of South Africa, or we don't know the president of Namibia. We cannot kill ourselves. I mean, we will kill ourselves. We cannot kill ourselves. So the next thing for us is to look at other platforms we can leverage. Look for other ready-made platforms. These are ready-made personal brands that you can leverage. And if it's not coming forth, I mean, we cannot come and die. We cannot come and kill ourselves, like I said. The next thing for you is to start looking for similar opportunities that you can explore. And one of it is this TEDx platform I'm talking about. Another one is PR, media. You can try to reach out to media companies for PR and visibility, future, magazine future, TV future, and all that. That's not why I'm here today. I'm just telling you that is just another option. But apart from that, you can look at the TEDx platform. TEDx platform, like I said, is a ready-built platform, credible platform. Imagine you being on TEDx channel. TEDx YouTube channel, I think as of today, has like 12 million followers or 12 million subscribers on YouTube. Imagine you having a video on that kind of platform where 12 million people have subscribed. Subscription is even different from views. You can even have more views than the subscription, the subscribers at times. So that is exactly what I'm trying to say. When you leverage a ready-made platform, it gives you this exposure that you need. It gives you this visibility that you need. And that is just one, visibility and exposure. Now, number two reason why you need to leverage the TEDx platform is for credibility. I've said it numbers countless of times, and I'm going to repeat it again. There are certain doors that ordinarily, if I knock with my name, I might not be able to open. But if I knock with the name of TEDx, they will open. Let me repeat that statement again. There are certain doors, or let me say there are some doors that ordinarily, if I try to knock them with my name, Coco, my name is Omoba Biriade, they will not open door for me. But if I knock with Coco, I am Omoba Biriade and I am a TEDx organizer, that door will open, or those doors will open, because TEDx is a credible platform. They believe that anybody who is on that platform is credible enough, even though most of the time it might not be. But at least it will give you like an access, or it will give you some kind of access or some kind of opportunity to access some things, some because they believe that if you are a TEDx speaker, a TEDx organizer, a TEDx educator, a TEDx translator, or what have you, then you are someone that is credible enough to do business and stuff with. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why you should consider being a TEDx speaker, because it adds colors to your cap, or it adds some feathers to your cap, or it adds some colors to your coat. It's like I mentioned, it gives you the kind of visibility you want, exposure and credibility. So that's two things that you need to consider. Now, the third thing, which will be the last thing I'm going to talk about, is when you are a TEDx speaker, it improves your public speaking skills. Public speaking skills, most of the time, we usually think it's just for people who are professional speakers, people who are doing inspirational speaking, motivational speaking, keynote speaking. They are the ones that need public speaking. Me, I don't need it. I don't even need it. No, it doesn't work like that. Most of the time, in fact, not most of the time, everybody needs public speaking skills. Pastor Enoch Adeoye Soala, thank you so much, sir, for joining. Good to have you on my broadcast. This is what I see you today. I'll go and tell your wife, Mr. Eddie, thank you for joining. Samantha, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So one of the things, so the last thing I'm going to talk about why you should consider TEDx is that it helps your public speaking skills. You know, there are so many things you will learn preparing for TEDx speaking itself that you will not learn ordinarily if you are not in that shoes. As a TEDx speaker, I think the TEDx organizer will have 2 series of meetings with you to practice your speech before that day. So it's not a joke. It's not like they will just send an invitation to you and just show up that day. No, they will have to go through what you want to say. In fact, you have to present as if you're with the live audience before the TEDx team, certify that you're okay before you finally mount the stage. Okay, so it's not a joke. It's not a baby walk. It's not a walk in the park. It's actually a whole lot of work. Okay, so I received a message from someone yesterday. Let me read to you. I have the message on my phone. She took my last OpenX training, and you know, yesterday she came back for I sent her a certificate to her day before yesterday, and she acknowledged it yesterday. Her name is Adeyonju Abiola Alagbe. That's her name, Adeyonju Abiola Alagbe. I had to mention her name for some people who think, oh, I'm just coming up with something. So she said, she acknowledged the certificate, and so she said, thank you so much for the privilege, ma'am. I used some of the tips I learned during the program, which I anchored. And the participants which were lecturers, scholars, academicians, were saying she did the anchoring as if she's been doing it for years. Thank you so much for the training, ma'am. So that was just a feedback. See, I'm reading from my WhatsApp. That was a feedback I received from someone who took my OpenX training. So it's not just about TEDx. It gives you, it empowers you with the public speaking skills. Like she said, she anchored a training. She anchored an event. And everybody were like, wow, she did as if she has been doing this for years. Because everything I'm going to teach you during that OpenX training, and not just for TEDx, it's going to be useful for every other area, every other things you might want to use it for, maybe later in the future. Okay, so that's that about that. Now let me talk about the types of TEDx events that we have. The various types of TEDx events that we have. We have quite a number of TEDx events. We have the standard event, which is the most common and the most popular. We have the university event. We have the youth event. We have the ED events, which is executive events. We have the salon events, and we have the TEDx live events. Okay. TEDx is one of the biggest public speaking platforms you can leverage to project your public speaking skills and share your message to the world. I usually tell people that there is nobody that doesn't have one message or the other. Thank you, everyone who is joining from LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Please let me know where you're watching from. Okay, so TEDx gives you the opportunity to be able to share your message to the world. There's nobody in this world that doesn't have a message, one way or the other, whether a message from your passion, your skills, your talent, your expertise, your experience, what have you, like you have a message to the world. And TEDx is just the right platform for you to share that message to the world. And that is why the slogan of TEDx is, I've forgotten. Samantha, help me. What is the TEDx of TEDx? Ideas worth sharing. Yeah, I remember now. Sorry. Ideas worth sharing or ideas worth spreading. They use it interchangeably. So TEDx gives you that platform. And you know one beautiful thing about TEDx is they really do not care whether you're popular yet or not, whether you are a famous person or not, whether you are an influencer or not. Like most of the people they even embrace are people who are not known yet, people who are still trying to find their feet. And that is why, thank you, Samantha, ideas worth sharing. Yeah. So, and that is why most of the time TEDx discourage motivational speaking. If you submit your topics and they are all motivational speaking, they are going to cancel. They are not going to approve it because they don't want motivational speakers. They want people who have neutral ideas about technology, ideas about education, ideas about design, ideas about innovation, about business, entrepreneurship, craftsmanship, you know, so many things apart from the usual motivational whatever that we usually learn. So it's a platform for everybody. No matter the kind of idea, no matter the kind of message you have, you will always find your way. You will always find your foot on TEDx. You always find your place in TEDx. And the beauty, another beauty of TEDx is that TEDx is not just for speakers. Samantha here is a TEDx educator, licensed TEDx educator. So we have 4 categories of people who can leverage the TEDx platform. You can leverage the TEDx platform as a speaker. That's number 1. As an educator, if you're a teacher, you're an educational consultant, Montessori trainer, or anything around educational space, you can leverage TEDx. So we have the speakers, the educators, the translators. The translators, if you can translate from English to another language, because like I said, TEDx emanated from the United States of America, and the basic language they use is English. But we have other parts of the world where they don't speak English. Okay, so you can try. So what they do is that they try to translate the ones in English to other languages for people who do not speak English. For instance, TEDx in French, TEDx in what other language do we have? German, TEDx in Spanish, TEDx in Italian, TEDx in so many other languages. So if you are a linguist, or you studied, or you know, some people, they did not study linguistics, but yet they know how to translate. They understand some other language. Some people speak Korean, some people speak Chinese, some people speak Spanish, Portuguese, what else? German, French, and some other languages. If you speak any other language apart from English, then you can be a TEDx translator, and that's a very good one for you. So that's that about that. And number 4, people who can also benefit. So if you are not able to get a TEDx speaking engagement, you are not a translator, you are not an educator, then you can be a TEDx organizer. So what you do is just organize TEDx events, apply for your license, and organize the TEDx events. Okay, so that's just the little thing I want to tell you about TEDx. Now, I believe that you already understand why you should leverage the TEDx platform, why you should consider being a TEDx speaker, or an organizer, or a translator, or an educator. TEDx is a good platform, to start out. So, like I usually say, there are strategies to these things. Sometimes you just sit down on your own, and they will approach you to come and speak on the TEDx platform. Then you become a TEDx speaker. Good. And that's why you see a lot of people, once they go to TEDx speaking engagement and they speak, once they come back like this, they just update their profile. Bam, TEDx speaker. Why do you think they are updating their profile? Because they know that TEDx speaker thing there is going to add a lot of feathers to their cap. It will bring them prestige, credibility, and so on and so forth. So, like I said, you can be on your own doing your stuff, doing your thing, while people will approach you and say, we want you to be a TEDx, we want you to come and speak at our TEDx event. Fantastic. Amazing. You can go ahead and do that. But most of the time, these opportunities do not come. And that's why I have a training called the OpenX. OpenX training is a training that will give you every details that you need about this TEDx journey. Whether you want to become a TEDx speaker, an organizer, an educator, or a translator. This training is like, this course is like a full package of everything you need. How do you assess TEDx speaking engagement? How do you get TEDx speaking engagements? How do you put up your pitch? How do you prepare for your speaking? If you want to become an organizer, what are the topics? Because you need to fill a form and apply for the license. What are the things you need to understand before filling the form so that they will not reject it? Because I cannot guarantee that if you fill the form on your own without any guidance, you will get it. You get a license at a go. But yeah, you can try your luck. But I believe that if there is a fast track, why should you go through the stress of applying every now and then and they keep rejecting you? Okay, so that's why the TEDx, I have the TEDx training, the OpenX training, where you get all the information you need about becoming any of those 4 categories of TEDx beneficiary that I've talked about. So if you're interested in that training, send a DM to me. The training costs 10,500 in Naira, and in USD maybe are about $20. So if you're interested in that training, send me a direct message or you WhatsApp me. My WhatsApp number is on the screen for people who are watching from LinkedIn. My WhatsApp is on the screen. Or you send me an email at oshidekwadiola@gmail.com. But I think you can always inbox me. I think that is easier. So just slide into my inbox and let's talk. The next training for this OpenX, the name of the training is OpenX. The next training for this OpenX is going to be coming up on the 1st of September to 15th of September. 2 weeks is a 2 weeks training. And the beauty of it is that it's a self-paced training. That means you can take the training anytime you like within that 2 weeks. It's not compulsory. You must come to class today. They are recorded courses that you can just take at your whole leisure time. So just reach out to me via the DM, WhatsApp, and let's talk. I hope to see you maximizing and leveraging the TEDx platform very soon. I hope you got value from this video. If you did, please drop a comment for me to know you got value from it, and let me know where you're watching from. Thank you all for joining this video. If you're watching the replay, please put #replay so that I will know you are watching the replay or you watched the replay. Thank you once again for joining, and do enjoy the rest of your day and of course the rest of your week. Bye. Thank you. Bye. See you some other time.